Okay, welcome back. This is Zen Brick ASMR. We are here again with another part of the Space Shuttle build. As you see, we've completed 103 parts, or steps. Looking forward to getting this thing done. I'm not sure why I started with something quite so big. But as you see, according to this, bags 4 through 8 are the second part. The first part was 1 through 3, which was the Skylab. Or sorry, not the Skylab. I'm not showing my age. The Hubble Space Telescope. 4 through 8 are to build the base of the space shuttle. And we are up to bag 8. So we're going to do 8, make it a nice short one, since this doesn't feel like it's got too many parts. Hopefully get this out, so that we can keep moving forward. Probably shouldn't have put them on top of the space shuttle. So, and only one bag of the tiny stuff. Okay, so starting on page 135. All right. Okay, I need to find 2 little pieces like this that I've never seen before. And we're going to put some plates on it. 1 and 2. Okay. All right, and these go here. But let me find the other things I need. I need these. And I need 2 of these little things. Okay. So that goes there to give me some reference points. And then that goes there. Okay. To kind of lock in those, I suppose. Don't want stuff to fall off like it just did, because that was smart. Okay. There we go. And this goes there. Okay. Just make sure everything still looks right. So those are to keep those. No, it doesn't do that. Then I have no idea. But those are where they're supposed to be. Okay. Landing gear go down, landing gear go up. Okay, just making sure everything's good and solid. All right. And now we need to build another thing. All right, so I need this. I love it when one step is one part. It's like, aha, that's easy. Okay. If only all steps were that way, right? Okay, and now I need these two axle hitches. Okay. Oops. There we go. Not sure why that's there. Oops. All right. And then that. Okay. That's... All right, so now I need a red. That goes there. And now I need the other long one, like so. Okay. Go there. Another one of these silver bricks. Okay. And then a long one. All right. And then I need this on the bottom. Short. Oh, I forgot. I've forgotten a piece. I knew it did something didn't look right. There we go. There we go. That makes sense. And now, there. So we got this really long stick. And so now, it's another silver brick. Okay. And then one more silver brick. Ah, here? Yes. And there we go. So now it's a really, really long, almost covers the whole space shuttle. Okay, and then we have this one. It goes there. All right, and then we're going to cover that with gold. Okay, all right. So that's that. Okay, we're going to set that aside and start building something else. All right. Black. And instead of the hitches, we're going to look for the other end of the hitch. Like so. And add a couple of squares. Could be almost like a TIE fighter, I suppose. Okay. And then we cover the front side. There it is. All right. Okay, then we cover this up with things on the end. Okay. Nope, it's gonna be there. Okay, and then make sure I'm doing it in the right direction. 2, 3, 4, and then the one on the end. Okay. Nice. This feels like it's going to be the tail. Go upside down. Okay, one there. One there. Make it nice and connected. And then we're going to cover up the bottom side. Yeah, this must be the tail. Well, the one on the back end. There's the last one. A little hard to see sometimes with the glare from the light. Okay, very nice. All right, and this then, as expected, comes onto here. Like so. And I need to cover this like that. Just want to make sure I missed that. It was all the way back there. Okay. All right, so this could be a scepter. All right, so step 122 is to attach this all to this space shuttle. All right. And it just sits in there like so, doesn't it? There's nowhere for it to actually click into. It just sits in there so that it can go up and down. And as this does that, interesting. Okay. All right. And now on the front, we add some pieces to make that secure. All right, that still slides. Those are in. That's 123. Okay. Now time to build. This must be the front landing gear. This would be the strut for it. Make sure I've got it this right way. Okay. Put on the wheel hubs. Okay. And then put on the tires. Okay. We have tires. Okay. And now this needs to go on there. Okay. Oops. Goes the other way, like so. And we put one of these red ones in there. Okay. And it says 2 of these come in. These both slip in there. And it goes all the way through. Okay. All right. So then we need another one over here. And we need a longer one. Okay, so it goes this way. Okay. All right. And then we have the piston arm. And this one slides through there. Okay. Cool. So that's all set. Then we need another long one and a couple of these. So oops. Make sure that's set in the middle. Okay. And then we have to somehow attach it. No, only on the front end. Like so. Alright, and now we attach this into place here. Okay, so that sits on top. That's there, and now this will slide up and down, apparently, like so. Okay, all right. And we have another trivia thing here at step 133, and it says, did you know, as a glider, the shuttle only had one chance to land. Once the landing gear was deployed, it could not be retracted. I did not know that, but it kind of makes sense. Once, at least here in the LEGO, you know, it goes down, it's not coming up. And here in the back, you know, it goes down, and it's not coming back because I can't do anything. Okay. All right. So that's interesting. Okay, now what? Now I need, let's see. That there to hold it together. And these are to slip in and to brace it to the main body on the back end, which is good because that way it'll make that easier to operate. Okay. All right. And and these just to make that in there. An olive green space shuttle would have been cool. All right. All right. Okay. Nope, that's... Well, that is right. It goes like that. And then this will go there. Okay. So that the spring does all the work. This still slides underneath, no problems for the tail. And the spring, as you can see, does all the work because this is now secured. Okay. Okay. All right. Then we need to build a couple of these. Okay. And these then go here, so we're getting nice things to attach the outside on, it looks like. And we're building up quite a infrastructure around the front landing gear. Okay. And that's it. That is the finish for for bag 8. Landing gear comes out in front. That assembly looks nice. And so next time we start phase 3, which is to build the bay. All right, so cool. That'll be next time. Again, hope you enjoyed this. Please share, like, give me a comment. Let me know how to improve. Let me know if there's other things you want me to do. I've got a couple other new things in the works. And I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.